Yo, what's going on, Warriors? Oh, we back in there. We back in there. I'm not wasting any time. I'm getting straight into this thing. Thank you so much for everyone for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, giving everything. Your input, everything makes me a better YouTuber. Us communicating, because you know, whenever you guys comment, I always reply back to you guys. I always want to keep the line of communication open because we are community. No one person is better than the other. With that said, my last video, the Madcatz unboxing stick, we got 11,900 and something. I'm sure by the end of this video, it'll probably be on 12,000 or 13,000. Thank you so much for everyone for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, tweeting, Google Plusing, Facebooking, putting that video on links in certain websites or forums and blogs. Really appreciate that. We're going to keep on pushing forward with the momentum and get into this thing because we've already got like 63 new subscribers to show our content to and entertain. So let's get on to this thing. I'm going to talk about, first of all, the Madcatz stick. As you see, I've changed the customization. I've got Necro Robin, I've got Bao Hongkok and Nami on there. Changed the artwork. I changed that immediately. So you can see that there, and we are talking about I'm reviewing that stick, by the way, and Street Fighter V. Rise up! Okay, so first of all, let's review the Madcatz stick. This Madcatz stick is godlike. No latency issues, no lag issues. When I press the button, it reacts immediately. I like the way those two extra buttons, I'm going to use those buttons as replacements. So if any of the buttons goes out, because I do press buttons really hard, I'm going to take that button out and I'm going to replace it with the button that gets broken if that ever does happen. I mean, my other stick didn't happen. I had that stick for about 8 years. Was it 8 years? It couldn't have been 8 years. I got it when Tekken Tag 2 came out. Is when I got that stick customized. The Dante and Bayonetta stick that you see me showcasing almost so many of my videos. And the unboxing video showcased that. So the buttons never went out on that. So I expect the buttons to not go out on this. And if they do, at least maybe once or twice in its whole lifetime. The plexi is thin, so it doesn't get in the way of you pressing the buttons, or in ways of the rim of the buttons. It fits perfectly. So it's a very flat surface with the stick. You see, it's very flat surface. That's the red bezel, that's the plexi, and it's very thin surface. The balance of it is sublime. I love this stick. I'm so happy. I spent a lot of money on this stick and I have no buyer's regret. And I love that feeling. No buyer's regret. I feel like it is worth every single penny. Excellent stick. Solid. Shoryuken. Tatsumitsu Sabukaku. Shoryuken. Hadouken. Power Driver. Yoga Flame. Tiger Knee. I love it. V-Trigger. V-Cancel. V-Reversal. Super. Let's go. Let's go. We in there. Rise up, boys. This stick is perfect. Perfect. Complete. The only thing I'll say about this is it doesn't work on the PC. It doesn't work on the PC. If you get Street Fighter V on the PC and you try to plug this stick into your PC will recognize the stick, but it won't work. The stick will not work. I did hear that Madcatz are planning on releasing a new update that will give this stick the ability to work on your PC for Street Fighter V. But currently, it cannot work on a PC for Street Fighter V or any other game. Currently, straight out the box. So if you're planning on getting Street Fighter V for the PC, do not expect to buy the Madcatz stick and for it to work. Don't expect that, because it won't. It only works on the PS4 and PS3. We've got that out of the way. Stick is excellent. Definitely recommend you buy it. It doesn't move about because of the foam at the bottom, so it's extremely solid, and you get it, and I think, like me, you'll be very happy with it. Now, that's the Madcatz stick reviewed. Let's talk about Street Fighter V. Rise up! Can you see it? Rise up. Now, this game is... Let's talk about the state of the game before we actually go in on the game itself. The way the game shipped. Yes, the game does feel like an unfinished game in terms of roster, in terms of balance, in terms of modes in the game. It's shipped without a shop, so you can't buy any costumes. You can't buy any characters, but there's no characters to buy. There's nothing extra you can get within the game. Online experience is beyond shaky. You get disconnected from the server. You'll be in an offline mode, like story mode, or in training. It will disconnect from the server, and then you get kicked out of what you're doing. So if I'm doing training mode, offline training mode, I will get kicked out of the game. It will say disconnected from server. It will take me to the main menu. That is telling me that is an always online game. But PlayStation did say all their multiplayer games will always be online. So I don't feel like I can complain about that. But it still pisses me off that the server is so unstable. It is so shoddy and shaky that it will kick me out of whatever I'm doing. Even if it is an offline activity like story mode. Story mode is an offline activity. Why are you kicking me out? Why are you disrupting my enjoyability of an offline mode because the server isn't functioning properly? That's bullshit. That pisses me off. When we talk about the way you get characters and the way you get costumes, there's costumes in story mode. There's story mode costumes which are pretty cool, but you can't access any of them because the shop is not open to buy. There's no shop in the game. There will be an update. They say in March there'll be a challenge mode and what was it? Alex challenge mode, and shop will be available. Shop will be allow you to buy characters, story mode outfits, story mode outfits. You can buy fight money. Fight money, but they say by the time you've finished everything, survival, challenge modes, everything like that, story, you should have about maybe just over 100,000, enough to buy Alex. Characters cost 100,000 fight money. Costumes with fight money cost, how much is it? 40,000. Now, one character is 100,000 fight money. That's a lot of money compared to what you get, because you don't get that much fight money. You probably get like, if you do like online rank battle, yeah, you get like maybe 40 or 30 fight money. Then is what you use to buy premium costumes, which is like the godlike outfits that Capcom are going to keep on doing. Downloadable content costumes, which was other than the fighting in Street Fighter 4, which was the highlight of Street Fighter 4, was the costumes. There was some of them were so unbelievably cool and crazy and wicked that they're always a hit. Alternative costumes are always a hit. The game is shipped without a full cast, it's shipped without proper modes, and it's shipped basically an unfinished game. But the game itself is still godlike. If you take away the issues it has online, being unstable, servers is down for maintenance. When you're trying to connect for a game, the game will basically be connecting for like 10 minutes. I don't have time for that. Time and space, that's for astronauts. I know astronaut. If I've got an hour in my day to chill out, and I say I want to play Street Fighter, I don't want to spend 40 minutes of that 1 hour waiting for a match. I don't want to do that. We don't have time. We don't have time for that. But I do understand things will be ironed out as it goes along. But that's not the case. The case is I want to play it now. That's why you released it now. So it should have been completed before it was released. It's fine. It's fine. In terms of character balancing, I do feel like certain characters need to be normalized, because you have some characters that have tools that match their fighting style. It's been perfectly done and it's fair for their fighting style. But then you have other characters that have tools for their fighting style, but they have weaknesses. Their weaknesses have been compensated for. You've actually compensated certain characters for their weaknesses to a point where you overcompensate them. So they have the strength of their normal fighting style. Then the areas where they're weak, where they're supposed to be weak, because it's to balance them, they've been overcompensated in those areas. So if it's a long range character, his close range game has been enhanced so that it's more fair for him. But it's a long range character. Why is a long range character having tools up close where the long range character can now rush you down and got mad teleporting tools all over the place? Zangief, for an example, he's got an air power driver, and the air power driver will literally grab you from almost mid-screen. Makes no sense. Play with Zangief, do his EX power driver, and have the other character jump. Test the range. And that range that he can grab you is tremendous. Overcompensated. It's fine. They will normalise this stuff, and I realise that in the patches, but I just feel they shouldn't need patches to keep on messing with characters' frame data. The game as itself is an enjoyable game. It's very fun. I do feel like I'm playing against people's minds opposed to a broken system where you can mash, where you can abuse the system, where you can abuse ambiguous 50-50 situations or vortexes. I really enjoy the fact that this game doesn't have any of that nonsense. Moving forward, I hope Capcom fix this. The story mode, I do like the idea that they are going to have a story mode in here, but it's not the most important thing. Absolutely not. Because to be honest with you, I don't respect Capcom for making story in Street Fighter. I don't believe in them. Character designs, yes. But actual character stories, no, I've got no faith in them. Not since the Alpha series. When you look at this game, what's in it? Arcade mode, Nash's story, Godlike, Ryu's story, very, very interesting. Evil Ryu. Oh no, if you're watching this, Evil Ryu. I'm going to put a comment that says Evil Ryu. If you like Evil Ryu, want Evil Ryu to be in this game, give that comment where I put Evil Ryu for Street Fighter V. Give it a like. Street Fighter V, really good game. Yes, it's unfinished, but I believe within maybe 3 years, this game will easily be the most godlikest game ever. It's already godlike. The game as itself right now is really good, even though it's unfinished, even with the server issues. When you do get it on and start playing, it's a fun experience. The way they have done the premium costumes, that you have to spend money on buying them, the fight money and the Zenny, how expensive it is disproportionate. So it's almost putting you into a category where if you want to enjoy the perks of the game, you must buy the content. It's a trick, but whatever. You know, I mean, not all of us have the money for it. I may have the money for it, but it doesn't mean that I take and leave my senses and will spend on whatever I like or whatever they tell me to. Hell no, it has to be worth it. That's the reason I'm not getting the season pass. I'm not getting the season pass until I see what I'm getting. Until I see what Urien looks like. What, I'm not even going to play Guile. What Guile looks like, what Balrog looks like, what Jurien looks like. What all those characters look like, and if they're good. If they're good and I like them and I'll play with them, I'll buy a season pass. If I don't like the costumes, I don't like the characters, fuck it. I'm not getting it. So, that's what I stand on it. Game itself is really good right now. Would I say buy the game right now? If you really like Street Fighter, yeah, but it's not a finished game. So I'll say to support Street Fighter V, and the future of Street Fighter V is going to be extremely bright, then get it to support it. But if you don't have the money and you want to wait for the game to be a better game, which it will be, then hold off for maybe a year or 2 years and then get the game. But if you want to be in the hype right now, get Street Fighter V. Game is a really enjoyable game. Although there's server issues, when you do get on, it's really fun. It hasn't got all the modes, but it will do, and story mode, and it will be one of the most completest fighting games ever. Okay, Warriors, thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing me waffle on about the Madcatz Stick and Street Fighter V. Give me your comments. Let me hear what you think about the stick and what you think about the game and Capcom's response to all the issues with the servers, with the being an incomplete game, and the DLC characters. And let's get into the conversation. Okay, Warriors, until my next video, stay blessed and live fabulously. Later.